Hi class, and welcome to the 5th week of HSA 6103. This video will provide a brief overview of the topics we're covering this week, as well as briefly going over the materials and links provided to you in this week's content folder. So let's get started. This week you'll be responsible for reading Chapter 7, which is found in your required textbook, Delivering Healthcare in America. And Chapter 7 touches on outpatient and primary care services. So once you've read the chapter and reviewed the PowerPoint presentation that goes along with it, which I do have in this week's content folder, some of the objectives that I'm hoping you'll achieve, learning objectives for this week, include understanding the meaning of outpatient and primary care services. We will be exploring the main principles behind patient-centered medical homes and community-based primary care. We're going to be identifying the reasons behind the dramatic growth in outpatient services. So these are some of the things that I want you to keep in mind while you're reading, while you're going through your PowerPoint presentation. And this chapter does touch on various provisions in the ACA, or the Affordable Care Act, regarding outpatient services. All right, so let's get started here. Other than reading the chapter, you do need to complete a discussion board assignment. And the whole idea behind this assignment is to make sure everybody is researching their global health research topic, okay? So what this discussion board assignment entails is that you will be creating a Padlet wall. What it is, it's similar to a poster board, except it's a white blank web page where you will be adding text as well as photos and videos to share what you've learned in researching your global health topic thus far. So my aim is for everybody, you have to include at least 3 impactful facts that you've learned in researching your global health topic. And remember, your global health topic, it can be researching a healthcare system of another country, as well as researching a global health challenge. I want your topic to be something that you enjoy researching. All right. You will have all week to complete this. It is a fun exercise, and it's a fun way for us to be able to share this information with each other. A quick reminder, your preliminary outline for this paper is due next week. So this will kind of get you started, making sure that you're researching and you're not leaving everything to the last minute. All right. Other than just posting your Padlet wall on this discussion board assignment, and of course I'm expecting at least a sentence or two introducing what your Padlet wall is about, you also need to respond to 2 of your fellow classmates' posts. So that means you're going to be viewing their Padlet wall and commenting on what you've learned once you've viewed their Padlet wall, okay? Now I'm going to scroll through this week's content folder and just briefly describe to you the materials and links provided to you. So first is the PowerPoint presentation that goes along with Chapter 7, touching on outpatient and primary care services. Below that is an example of a Padlet wall from previous class. And as you can see, you do need to somewhat place your photos and text in an order where the viewer is able to follow through so it doesn't get too confusing. And text needs to go along with it so you're able to convey your message effectively. As you can see, with this student, she had done hers on the ACA, the sustainability of the ACA here in the US. And she was able to share the information she learned through this Padlet wall assignment. Okay. Now I'm going to scroll a little further. Here is the link for the discussion board. Now, if you have any questions regarding embedding your Padlet wall, you could also copy and paste your link along with a sentence or two introducing the topic of your Padlet wall. All right. So here's the link for the discussion board forum. Below that is a folder. It includes an instructional video on how to use Padlet. I promise it is very easy. I am sure you guys are going to enjoy it. And below that is the research paper outline rubric, something to look at since you have your preliminary outline due next week, and not too far after that your global health paper will be due. All right, so now for the videos that go along with the chapter that you're reading this week. So let's get started on this. The first video talks about medical malls, which are outpatient care centers. It's very short. Below that is a video titled 24 Hours in the ER, Healthcare's Front Lines. It's also very interesting. And then there's a video here. You just click on this link and you'll be taken to the video that talks about understanding home health care. Okay, so last but not least is our weekly checklist. Be sure you've completed everything on this list before going on to the following week. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to let me know. That's what I'm here for. Take care, everyone. Bye.